Okay, guys. I don't know if this is part, I think it's part 4 or 5, but I'll be sure to, to register it as whatever part it needs to be later on. But as we left off last, Gordon had explained to Dr. Susan Ford that he didn't he didn't bleed or he anything. I mean, I turned out okay. He just needed to keep me in mind, Dr. Susan Ford said. But you were scared of him, weren't you? And Gordon said, I was scared to death, but that isn't the way it's supposed to be with parents. So Dr. Susan said, Gordon, is that how you want your children to feel about you? Gordon avoided my eyes. This was making him extremely uncomfortable. I pulled my chair closer and continued gently. Your wife is a pediatrician. If she saw a child in her office with those same marks on his body that you had on yours from one of your father's spankings, would she be required by law to report it to the authorities? Gordon didn't answer. His eyes filled with tears at the realization. He whispered, I'm getting a terrible notch in my stomach. Gordon's defenses were down. Though he was in terrible emotional pain, he had uncovered for the first time the primary long-hidden source of his temper. He had been containing a volcano of anger against his father since childhood. And whenever the pressure got too great, he would erupt at whomever was handy, usually his wife. I knew what we had to do, acknowledge and heal the battered little boy inside of him. When I got home that evening, I found myself still thinking about Gordon. I kept seeing his eyes filled with tears as he realized how he had been mistreated. I thought about the thousands of adult men and women whom I had worked, whose daily lives were being influenced, even controlled by parents, setting by I'm sorry, I think that's the wrong page. I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? Let's pause for a moment. Being that we read so much, huh? You read with me? Do you have this book? Do you want to get this book so we can read together and we can do some analysis? We're gonna dissect it and stuff. But let's have a little quick discussion about what we just read, okay? How about Gordon's father and him, feeling like as though his son couldn't make up his own mind to do what he wanted to do in life and be happy with it. There are so many people today that they're not happy with their job and they're miserable. So if if you know if Gordon was to take on a job that he really didn't like, he's gonna not be a good person to the job. It makes a whole lot of sense, right, guys? I mean, come on, we're all in agreement here, aren't we? Okay. So another issue is he felt that he felt that that getting bad grades, didn't complete the chores, um, or using profane language. Um, those were sufficient reasons for his father to beat him. And when Dr. Susan Forward asked him if he wanted that for his children, he said, I'm sorry, he didn't say anything. Dr. Susan Forward said that he avoided my eyes, that Gordon avoided her eyes, and that this was making him extremely uncomfortable. So she said she pulled up his chair. So obviously, there's some pain deep inside Gordon right now at this point. I mean, just visualize Gordon. Visualize the doctor asking, asking him this question. And that question is, how do you want, is that how you want your children to feel about you? All right, guys, I'm tired now. I think this is going to be the last video for tonight because I'm exhausted. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. Tired. But all I need to say is thank you guys so much. You've been so patient, and I'm going to continue this book hopefully, and finish it off to help you guys understand it a little better. With me discussing it, I need to understand it a little better and be able to discuss it some more, and then some more, and then more and more and more until more and more, and it's more and more and more. Okay? So, this is Malika. Peace and blessings be upon you guys. I love you all. You're all so sweet. All 1,000 of you. Man, y'all are all so sweet. Mwah! Hmm. My sweet over 1,000 Facebook family. You're my family. Mine, all mine, by myself. Anyway, this is the inappropriate place to do my little child play thing, but that's okay because I know you're probably smiling. I gotta go. Peace and blessings be upon you guys. This is Malika.